If there's any one compliment I can direct towards the audio drama Sherlock & Co., it's that this is the first Sherlock adaptation that has compelled me to go revisit the original tales by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and elevated my respect for these adaptations on a re-listen. To be clear, this isn't a video dunking on other modern adaptations because I haven't seen the BBC Sherlock and I don't really care to, but something I can guarantee that series didn't that this one absolutely nails is understanding that Sherlock Holmes isn't really the main character. I mean, sure, it's his name in the title, but in essence, this is a story about John Watson cataloging his adventures with his eccentric, autistic, with a special interest in crime roommate Sherlock Holmes. There's and I say this with love, shoddy incompetence on John's part to actually document what's happening with these crimes that tends to get fixed in the edit, but you can tell that John is really trying to bolster Sherlock's abilities to make him seem more impressive, but he's doing such a bad job at it that Sherlock's abilities stand on their own. And it still works. The reason it still works is that they don't try to modernize him. For example, take this line from the Blue Carbuncle.
"Oh, no, no crime," said Sherlock Holmes, laughing. "Only one of those whimsical little incidents which will happen when you have 4 million human beings all jostling each other within the space of a few square miles. Amid the action and reaction of so dense a swarm of humanity, every possible combination of events may be expected to take place, and many a little problem will be presented which may be striking and bizarre without being criminal."
And here's the Sherlock & Co. version.
What about the email Mariana forwarded?
Yes. Only one of those whimsical little incidents which will happen when you have 8 million human beings all jostling each other within the space of a few square miles. Amid the action and reaction of so dense a swarm of humanity, every possible combination of events may be expected to take place, and many a little problem will be presented which may be striking and bizarre without being criminal.
Sorry, right. Back to packing.
It's the same line. They didn't change it at all. They copied and pasted Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's original text and took a person who speaks and thinks like they lived in the late 19th century and turned them into a fish out of water with the new situation they're in being present day. And because the text of the story is faithful to who Sherlock was in those original stories, it allows the writers creative space to allow John and Mrs. Hudson, or in this case Mariana, to be developed into more nuanced and three-dimensional characters without sacrificing the integrity of the stories. If anything, it elevates them because it gives them room to be inserted into the narrative through how they interact with the mysteries that need to be solved. My favorite example of this so far was how they adjusted the story of the solitary cyclist to give John so much more agency in that conflict. And I don't even want to spoil it because comparing these two versions of the story is super fun and it makes you enjoy both of them even more. So yeah, you should go do that. And also, if the creators of Sherlock & Co. see this, please give Greg of Magpie Audio a cameo in an episode at some point, because he's recorded literally every single original Sherlock adventure for free on YouTube, and that's how I found them. Also, he gave me permission to use one of the clips. So I think it would be cool if he was in one of the adaptations. I mean, if he wants to too, because I only thought of this like right now as I'm recording, but it would be really funny if you did.